Hey guys, good morning. It's your girl SeekretD. Try to sound a little more lively today, even though I am tired. Okay, I woke up at 4 o'clock to finish my hair, and I did it. Otherwise, today would have looked a little bit different. But here we are. So, again, I'm watching Ever After podcast, well, listening to it, and I'm catching up, and I keep catching up in little bits and pieces. I really have to sit down and just binge it, I guess, right? That's the same if it's a podcast. Either way, Dre and Sugar are still going back and forth over the whole forgiveness, taking people back after certain things, and Dre made a statement that I just want to converse on. So what he says was, dang, I don't even know verbatim, but he basically said that there's always one person that can make you challenge everything you think you know. And he's saying it like, there's one person that'll make you do stuff that you thought you would never do, that'll make you, try something that you never thought you'd try, etc., etc., etc. But he's saying that the reason why people have hard no's is because they haven't met the person that they will be willing to compromise themselves for, essentially, right? Because the example at hand, Sugar is saying that if somebody cheats on her, it's over. The end. That's it. And he's basically saying that, the whole thing with the other video, which I don't know if I posted it, but the other video saying that, you haven't really forgiven them if you leave them after you forgive them. So he's saying, if that person was that person that you'd be willing to compromise for because you go hard for them, then you would be singing a different tune. But I feel like some people have things that they absolutely are not willing to accept, and for a lot of people, cheating is one of them. But he's not wrong, because I've seen situations where people have left people for cheating on them and then stayed with someone that cheated on them. So he's not wrong, but that does not mean he's right. So just because it can happen doesn't mean it will happen. You know what I mean? So, for instance, there's things that I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it. And I really don't think that I'll meet anybody that'll make me be like, you know what? That doesn't seem that bad. Like, it's just in me, and I'm just like, nope, I'm not doing it. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to tolerate it. I don't want to try it. Whatever it is, there's things that I'm just like, nah, no. And I don't think anybody can make me do it. For instance, this is simple, because everyone can relate to this. One kind does. Eating, right? Some things you just don't eat. Like, I don't eat pork. Now, let's not get on the topic of how there's pork in things and all this stuff. I don't care about all of that. I don't eat flat out pork. Okay, so if it's a piece of meat or a piece of product that is pork, I'm not eating it. Okay. So pork rinds, all of that, I'm not eating it because I don't eat pork, right? Let's not talk about gelatin and gummy worms or whatever the fuck y'all want to talk about. We're not talking about that. Stay on topic. So pork, I don't eat pork. And honestly, I've never really had an issue with it. I've never really dated anybody who felt like it was an issue for them that I didn't eat pork. Point being, when I first start dating, I always have that conversation with people. This is something I've never eaten in my life. I don't intend to start eating it. I'm not gonna cook it. You're free to order it if you go out. I don't want it in my house. Like, that's me. I have these conversations with people because that might be a hard pass. You know what I mean? I don't want it around me, period, just because I don't. And everyone has their own opinions about that, and I'm about to go on a tangent, but you know what? Let's take that turn onto that alleyway. It's a dark place. No, stop. So, I've had conversations with people, and a lot of people tell me, oh, that's selfish, just because you don't eat it. Like, what if you have a husband that wants bacon, and you're telling him he can't have bacon in your house, and da-da-da-da-da. is why we have conversations now. Like, if it's a problem for you now, we're dating, we're not married. No, I don't want it in my house. I don't want it around me. I don't want it in my pots and pans. The answer is no. So, if it's a problem now, this dumb fuck, yo. And it's a fucking cheese buzz. Doing dumb shit. And now he's running the red light. Stupid ass. Swear to God, yo. Oh, lucky I ain't see that number. Should have said it on the video, but I ain't think fast enough because it pissed me off. Anyway. So it's a conversation I've had, and people have been in their feelings about it. That's fine. That's an easy way for us to be like, all right, you know what? We just met. It's not going to work. Boom. It's over. So, that annoyed my life. Because he's definitely driving a cheese bus with a bunch of fucking kids on it. And he's doing dumb shit. Like, really, sir? And he ran a red light. Yeah, so my ex and I had this conversation, like, within the first couple of months, because I remember him having an issue with it, and I'm just like, why are you even, like, having an argument right now? It's something that I don't want to do that, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to do it. And I remember it being like a thing, because my girlfriend was like, oh, that's not nice, you know, this. I said, listen, if he has a problem with it now, he can exit now. I don't want it around me, period. So, I guess he was fine with it after he had a whole hissy fit about how he can't be in the house paying bills, and I can't tell him what he can and cannot have in his house. Mind you, we're not even a year in, so I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Because, like I said, this is my requirement. Everybody has their things. That's one of mine. I don't want it around me. I don't eat it. You know, I'm not trying to have it around me. The end. That's it. Right? You're gonna have to stay there for now. So anyway, fast forward like years. I want to say like a whole nother year later. So we're like 2 years in. We go to this thing. Do you know this man tries to get me to eat a piece of bacon? And I'm just like, bruh, what are you doing? Like, we had this conversation before. We discussed this in detail. Like, I'm not eating it. I forgot where we went. Like, some kind of chocolate expo. And they had, like, chocolate-covered bacon. And he's like, oh, you should just try it. Nigga, no. The fuck part of I don't eat that shit, you're not understanding. And he went mad hard to the point where it adjusted my mood. Like, I was in the mood for, like, a good 5 minutes. But, you know what? I didn't want to ruin the day, so I left it alone. But I felt some kind of way about it. I ain't gonna lie. Either way, what Dre is saying, that there could be someone on this planet that could get me to eat pork. That's essentially what he's saying. At least that's what I'm getting from it. So I said all of that to say that. I know, right? Underwhelming. Anyway, what do y'all think? I know this video was mad long. Mr. Cheese Bus Driver pissed me off. But here we are. It's over. You've made it to the end. Congratulations. Thank you for rocking with me these almost 10 minutes. All right, let me go back to listening to this podcast. Y'all let me know what you think. Do you think that it's a true statement that there's somebody that can make you do something that you said that you'll never do? You just haven't met them yet? Or you met them, but it hasn't come up yet? I think the answer is no. That's not true, but it is true because it does happen, but I don't think it has to happen, if that makes sense. All right. Bye.